I know I'm still working on our TV room, but I took a little shift and wanted to do something in my bedroom because ever since I finished the bathroom, I said, well, the bedroom could use a little attention too. So I wanted to kind of give it a fresher look without having to paint everything. So I decided to do some other little things for it to look like I did something in there for my new year coming in. And in this video, I'd like to share that with you. My name is Jamela. Thank you again for tuning in for another episode of Living the Lifestyle of the Thrift and Famous. And as always, I am glad you're here. I'm going to take you through a little journey of my bedroom decor. Now, this photo here is from when I lived in New Jersey, and that's my bedroom set. The bed was a little different. This is the bed that came when I bought the original set. But when I moved to South Carolina and I got this bed for my bedroom, which I fell in love with that shape. And of course the vanity changed. And this is the vanity I brought with me when I came here. So I've had this set ever since the 1990s. And in 2003 is when I painted the room the green color, and these were my curtains that I brought with me from there. Now, over the course of the years, you know, my style has shifted a little bit, and I changed some things in the room, but I never really changed the furniture. And I'm not going to, because I love the furniture set. The bed was done. It was refinished by my dear friend, and I love how she did it, and it was just, you know, something that I've always wanted, and I kept it with me. And I decided, you know, even though my style is antique in this room, it can be kind of old-fashioned looking, but it still had, I enjoy that style. And I don't plan on changing my style when it comes to my furniture. The little slipper chair that I had that was blue, I had it reupholstered into that floral fabric, and I added the bench, and this bench here was something I picked up at an estate sale, and I had that recovered, but I wanted to change out. I sold the little slipper chair, and because I wanted the French chair that's in there now. That was a chair that was from the turn of the century, and I love that style of chair, so that was more appeasing to me than the slipper chair. And of course my leopard chair, I moved that out and put in another bench. But my vanity, you know, I changed the cushion on that, and the chifforobe that's been moved. So I just wanted to talk about how significant my bedroom is to me, because it's a hodgepodge of different eras that I blended together to create the look that I have in there. And when my ceiling fan that I had previously went out, I had this one installed, and also I found this fishbowl planter that I fell in love with at a thrift store. So I incorporated with the new light and the fishbowl. I liked that in the room. I rotated the furniture around. I moved the chifforobe to the other side of the room and put the vanity there. So this is the view from that side going into my bathroom. And I like the balance of the two Art Deco pieces together. I took out the other bench, and then I had this wooden bench that I bought at an estate sale. And I do like that one. Even though it covers the footboard, I'm okay with that. But I just wanted to have a different look. And with the leftover paint, I decided to paint the ceiling in here black. No need to let it go to waste. So with the new light fixture and the ceiling black, it changed the look of the room. I have to admit, I was a bit nervous and was ready to hesitate and make a reverse, but when I woke up the next morning and I saw this view laying down, I knew I made the right decision. So with a fresh look on the ceiling, I decided to change some of the things around the room, like the side table. I wanted to kind of shift some things. So I finally brought in my this clock. This is a mid-century clock. It's called the Jefferson Golden Hour Mantle Clock. And it is iconic because it's a mid-century design style, known for its mystery design, which is the glass dial powered by an internal motor with gears. Now, the rim of it is it's a 24 karat gold plated finish, but that's what spins around instead of the mechanism on the clock hands. They don't spin, so it's kind of a tricky little masterfully crafted clock that is they're very hard to find and can be found on the secondary market only. However, they are expensive, so be on the lookout for them if you ever see one. And instead of the walls, I decided to paint the trim and my baseboards this fossil white by Valspar. I was going to do the bright white, but it was just too bright. And the other color was like a creamy yellow, so I wanted something in between. And that was perfect. And next up to address was the bench, the seat cover on the bench. I pulled out this piece of fabric that I once had, and in my little stash of fabrics, because I'm trying to use some of what I already have. And I thought that tannish kind of pattern would go with the bench and inside my room. So this is the before I have it, how it was looking. I just had a cloth on top of it to cover it up because it was, the cushion was busted open. So, and when I got to the upholstery, he said, I got a fabric similar to that, but it's in navy. And he brought this piece out, and I was like, wait a minute, I like that one better. And so while I'm, that's being taken care of, I just went around the room and tried to make some other changes, and what I decided to change was the bedding. I used to have a light color gray on there. I decided to tone it down with this beautiful velour comforter that I bought about maybe 2 years ago and forgot I had it, but found it when I was digging for my fabric. And this is by Vera Wang, and I bought it from Home Goods. It's a very deep purple kind of color, and I love the way it feels. So with my little my side table kind of refreshed looking, organized, my vanity, and I hung this picture, this mid-century picture on the side of the vanity there. I think the room came together quite nicely. And sometimes you just don't really need to do a whole lot just to give yourself the satisfaction of looking at something different. I brought in some artwork again. I switched up some artwork that I had and just wanted to I didn't want to put too much on the walls this time. I just kind of want to keep it toned down. And this was my first time using a comforter of this color. And I love mixing and matching patterns of pillows, so I like that blend because to me leopard goes with everything. It grounds it's like a universal kind of pattern, so I like it on the bed. I've been wanting these pillows in my bedroom for the longest, and so I'm finally happy that I found the perfect bedding to go with them. Now, choosing bedding again is always difficult for me, just like paint colors. But once I get one, I'll keep it for years and won't even think about changing it no time soon. But now, all my other pillows, I keep patterns on patterns, but they're kind of spread out. So I like the way they look all together. And here's the bench finally brought back home, and it looks good. And again, I brought out a piece of artwork that I've had put away. I used to have it in here and I took it away, and then I brought it back, and now I'm glad I did. And that's the picture that's hanging by the chiffon, which is called Sharon's Blessings, and I bought that back in the 90s, and it's signed lithograph by an artist. Bernard Stanley Hoyas. Yeah, that was a piece that I bought back when I started my art collecting. And the picture over my lingerie cabinet is by an artist, Alonzo Adams, and it's called Reflections. And the big mid-century picture by the Vanity is by Thomas Lee, and I loved it, and I didn't really have a spot for it, but when I brought it home, that was the only wall in the house that could accommodate it at the time. So I hung it there and took a liking to it, and it stays. And on my dresser, I have this candy dish that I use as a powder puff dish. I love using that particular candy dish for that purpose. Makes it feel a little elegant. Plus, it gives me another purpose of another crystal candy dish to use. And I love keeping photographs of, my loved ones around. So, yeah, every room has some pictures of my loved ones. So when you walk around, you'll see people that are very important or very special to me in my life. And I'm still looking for more frames to hang or display my photographs, because I have more that I want to put around. And these window toppers are twin headboards. I had my friend Jan, my sister friend Jan, she's very crafty, so she created a way for me to actually hang the curtains on them. So I thank her for putting her ingenuity and creativity to work to make that happen for me. And I had a local artist do the calligraphy W on it. And then on my vanity, I store all my fragrances, and along with the pictures of my grandmothers and my mother. And when I got my vanity, I was in a search for finding, vintage and antique pieces to put on it. And these two compacts, which I really love. This one here is a contact compact. So look at how cute this is. It has a place to hold your contacts and where to put the solution. And then the other one is a pill box. So I always say, it's amazing how things were so much more beautified back then, where the resources weren't that great. But look at this. I just think it's the most darling little piece. But and those go back to maybe the 1940s. And then this here is another pill box. But one thing about this one here is that it actually has a cup as well to it. And quite honestly, I thought that was the most cutest thing that was created back then. See, they don't make stuff like that now. But yeah, I used to carry that with me in my purse. That's how I lost a few of the little stones out of it. But I may find some stones one day and replace it. But yeah, I thought that was so cute. So amongst these little collectible items that I just have around on my vanity and all over the room, I just reflect on how I created my style over the decades, because I did take time to find things that made me happy and felt that it would look good aesthetically in my room and pleasing. So my furniture, like I said, I don't plan on changing that much, because the pieces that I have, not only are they solid wood, they're made of mahogany wood, but they've been refinished and they've been, lovingly taken care of, and I plan for them to be around for decades later. I mean, they're from the 1920s, 30s, 40s. I mean, and here it is 2026 and my furniture still looks beautiful. I can't even imagine getting rid of this, and it's just, like I said, it may be old-fashioned, but to me, Art Deco never goes out of style. Who doesn't like French pieces? And Victorian, that's something that not everybody likes Victorian, but I still have an appreciation for Victorian pieces. And to blend in with mid-century, to blend in with all the eras, it just takes time, and I'm happy with how I have things styled. It's so funny, when I did a snapshot of my bedroom, an AI gave me a definition that said that it's like a combination of French Provincial, Empire, or Victorian Revival style. It's characterized by dramatic carving headboard and footboard, which resembles a sleigh bed design, and intricate carved details typical of a luxurious old world furniture. So I thought that was pretty cool that it actually gave me that kind of description. And now when I look into my bathroom from my bedroom, I think now everything just flows perfectly as far as my style, my taste, and my ambiance of what I wanted to create in my room. I'm thankful that the upholsterer had recommended the navy because it was perfect and it blended in with the style of how I wanted it to look. Yeah, so I'm just going to go, mwah. I gave my bedroom the perfect kiss that it needed over the years. Yes, this is finally done, and I did it without having to paint the entire room. And I didn't even break the budget doing this. So yes, I'm happy I'm starting the new year off with a little bit more clarity in my bedroom and how I wanted it to look. And I can't be more pleased because after all, beauty is being home and loving it. Thank you again for tuning in for another episode of Living the Lifestyle of the Thrift and Famous. If you enjoyed this video, please drop me a comment. Don't forget to like and share, and I'll see you again. Bye.